When did you unknowingly help the villain of the story? A few years ago, I was in an empty car park in the middle of winter, when a man limped in and his face was dripping in sweat. As soon as the door shut behind him, he clutched his heart and took deep breaths. Well, I'm a paramedic, so I knew what was coming next. I helped to loosen his tie and handed him an aspirin from my purse, but he didn't even have time to swallow it, because within seconds, his chest stopped moving and he collapsed. But I myself had just finished an 18-hour shift, so I was worried that I wouldn't be able to save him. But in any case, I immediately started CPR while calling for backup. After 2 minutes, he was breathing again, and I was able to hand him over to the paramedics before collapsing to the floor in exhaustion. But at the time, it felt rewarding, because I thought his life was worth saving, especially when, a week later, I got a call. It was him from the hospital, because he wanted to personally thank me for being his hero. Something about the way he said it made me think it was a little weird, but I brushed it off and told him it was no problem. After that, he somehow got a hold of my number and tried calling and texting me several times, but I just blocked him and never went back to that car park again. Honestly, I had pretty much forgotten he existed, until a few months later when I was sitting on my couch, because when I turned on the TV, his face was on the headlines, and what I saw was so shocking that I almost had a heart attack of my own. Turns out, he was an elementary school teacher who had been arrested for multiple allegations of kitty fiddling, as well as the attempted abduction of a student. And the worst part, it happened just days after I saved his life. Tears started streaming down my face. I was the one to interrupt his karma, but luckily, prison didn't give him that same luxury, because 2 months into his sentence, he was killed in